All right, I've got a little experiment here today. I've got the same steel shaft that I have in all my irons, but today we're going to be putting it into a hybrid. Will it be better? Worse? Let's find out. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So this is definitely the kind of video I enjoy doing probably the most. Messing around with things that maybe don't go together, maybe they shouldn't go together. We're gonna find out because I've got my Modus 120 extra stiff shaft here that I've got in all my irons right now. But we're not putting it in an iron, we're gonna be putting it into a 4 hybrid and comparing it against just the stock hybrid shaft that club comes with. We're gonna find out, is this gonna actually make me better? Will this give me more consistent results because it matches up with my irons? Or am I better suited with that lighter carbon fiber hybrid shaft that comes in that club? So we're gonna hit a bunch of balls. I have not ever tried this. So first time I'm gonna be hitting this steel shaft in that hybrid right now on this video. So let's get started. And remember, if you like this video, if you enjoy these videos, go down below, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. Thanks. All right, let's go ahead and get started with just the standard setup. This is 75 grams graphite shafts. It's about just over 40 inches long. Again, this is a 4 hybrid. So everything here, stock configuration. I've got it set neutral, everything. And we're gonna hit a few balls with this and kind of just see where we are as a starting point. Ideally, because this is a 4 hybrid, 4 iron replacement type of club, I would like to see somewhere around 215 on the carry, I think, is probably where I want to be. But I'll be interested both in not only the distance, but also direction. So let's hit a few, see what we get with the graphite. It was a little toey, but not too bad. I think we got about 205, 208 on the carry on that one. So this feels very traditional hybrid-y to me. Again, pretty much, well, yeah, you can't find a single hybrid anymore that comes with a steel shaft. Everything comes with graphite. You go back 20 years, different story, but at this point, everything in the hybrids is going to be with a graphite shaft. That right there, again, slightly on the toe, but pretty good. I'll be honest, I'm hitting this a lot better than I have been hitting it previous to this, which is what caused me to think of this video. That was further out on the toe. Still going to get away with it. I think a little bit shorter. Yeah, as you can see, the efficiency definitely not great there. But that is sort of the benefit of a hybrid. If you hit an iron that poorly, it wouldn't go anywhere. With the hybrid, still has a lot of height, and you'll get some pretty decent carry still. That was more center, left it just a touch open. That one feels like probably about 208 carry, 209 carry. And there you go, 135 ball speed, spin around just under 5,000, launch angle sitting around 17. And the carry was right around 206 yards. Looking at the club speed, right about 100 miles an hour. All right, let's switch this guy out. Now, a couple things to note here when we're switching into this shaft, and I will be showing you sort of the quick and dirty process of getting this shaft in here. Basically, just like any other reshaft we'd be doing with an adapter, steel, graphite, really doesn't make any difference. Now, the biggest difference as far as the build goes is this is going to be a good bit shorter than with that graphite shaft. So with that graphite shaft, we were at right about or just over 40 inches in length. And now with this, I've got the length down to right about 39 inches. So we're a good inch shorter. 39 inches, you know, my 4-iron is 38.5, so I made this one just a touch longer at 39. I did end up putting some tip weight inside the hosel, inside the shaft tip before I installed the adapter, just to balance it out and make it about the same balance as my 4-iron, my 5-iron. So overall weight should be very similar to those clubs. We'll see if that actually pays off or improves anything when we start hitting it. All right, let's see what we got. Definitely have a lot more weight here, I can tell you that right now. We've gone from 75 up to 120, so we are a good 45 grams heavier. The whole club feels a little bit more like a mallet now, whereas before it felt more like a fairway wood, I would say. It definitely has more of an iron type of feel. If I close my eyes and just sort of make some swings, I would think it feels like an iron. So, all right, first time, never having hit this configuration. Again, exact same shaft, Modus 120 extra stiff that I have in my irons, but now in a hybrid. Oh, that felt really good. Felt really solid. Just had a tiny bit of a tail on it. Again, feels really good. Feels really, really solid. It does have a little bit more of a tail on it. We'll see if that kind of straightens out as I hit a few more with it. It may just be me getting used to it. The other thing it could be is because we've now made this club shorter, what ends up happening when you make a club shorter, the toe starts to tilt down a little bit more as you get a little closer to the ball. So we may, in fact, actually now have the lie angle being a little bit flatter than what I would ideally need to hit it perfectly straight. So we'll see if that continues. If it does, we may need to adjust it and maybe set the hosel adapter into the upright setting to give me a little bit more toe up and see if we can't get that ball flight straightened out. But for starters, let's just see if I can maybe just get it squared up or closed up just a touch more. Yeah, that one was actually just slightly on the toe, so we did get a little of that toe draw type setup there. Good numbers there. Well, that's about as close to straight as I can hit it, I think. That was maybe a quarter of an inch or so towards the toe, but really close to being in the center. Yeah, right there, all those numbers look pretty good. Carry 212. It feels really, really solid. That extra weight that you have in it now with this heavier shaft, it just feels just powerful when you move through the ball, and the ball just feels like it's just kind of getting in the way. It's a really nice feeling setup, I will say that. Another good strike there, 210. All right, let's take a quick look, comparison between the 75 gram shaft and the 120 gram shaft, see what the numbers look like. So ball speed, essentially the same, right about 135 to 136. Club head speed, yeah, we did see a little bit lower club head speed. Again, this is not only much, much heavier, but a good inch shorter, so that is in no way a surprise. But we did also see along with that the efficiency, as you can see, much better. Again, more weight there can lead to better efficiency. So that's why the ball speed, even though the club head speed is quite a bit slower, the ball speed is about the same. The launch angle, a little bit lower, the spin a little bit lower. Neither of those is surprising with this heavier, lower launching, stiffer shaft. Descent angle, again, slightly lower, but still good. Peak height, slightly lower, but not much difference. And we are picking up just a few yards, nothing crazy, but just a few yards overall in the carry distance. Okay, 215 yards should be the perfect number. We're gonna start off this time. I usually go the other way, but we're gonna start with the steel shaft and then go back to the graphite. So 215 yards, 120 gram steel shaft in the hybrid, 3 apiece. Little toey. Not sure where that fade came from. Huh. Well, went a long way. 2 for 3. I also realized I forgot to switch this to the hybrid, so it's tracking fairway wood on there, which is why it's white. But just know the white was the steel. All right, 2 out of 3 were on the green. Let's see what happens now. Graphite, 75 grams. Oh, that was super thin. That was super thin. Look out. All right. That's all right. Oh, come on. All right, I got to get one on the green here. That was very toey. That was also toey, but that one's actually going to be okay. Pretty good, actually. All right, well, none of those were very good. Those shots was definitely a bit of a mix, but I will say I think that the steel shaft was definitely more consistent. The one shot a little bit further right, but I feel like the steel shaft takes that hard hooking toe left shot out of the equation a little bit more, which for me is always a dangerous miss. So the fact that this one is a little bit harder to go or to move left, I do really like. And then look, end of the day, when it comes down to it, I think this just is a better feeling golf club with the extra weight in the shaft versus that graphite shaft that is just very, very light overall. So I mean, that just feels really, really good. I have no complaints about the feel. Where was that shot when I was trying to do my closest to the pin? I have no idea. But there you go. Steel shaft in a hybrid. Yes, it has been a thing in the past. You used to be able to get hybrids both in steel and graphite, and then at some point in time, all the manufacturers just said, we're going straight graphite all the way through. We're going lightweight. And yeah, that might work for you, but if you struggle with your hybrid, or if you have found either from experimenting or from watching some of my other videos that maybe a heavier shaft is actually going to be better for your game, well, if it works in your irons, if it works in your driver, guess what? It'll probably work in the hybrid as well. So there you go. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you go down below, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you'll be alerted when I post new videos. If you're interested in a fitting, in a repair, in a custom build, all my contact information is down in the description, and I will see you next time.